Hey, what's up? It's Bars. I want to talk to you guys today about small steps you should take in 2024 towards becoming a more refined version of yourself. If you haven't yet, you're going to want to subscribe because in the new year, you want to have a channel in your algorithm that's going to be showing you different ways that you can become a refined version of yourself in a realistic way. Not everything is going to be perfect and you're not going to be the highest version of yourself overnight, but these are going to be practical steps that you can take towards becoming a more refined version of you. If you haven't already created a daily routine, you should have one, because your daily routine is going to help you feel better about accomplishing the things that you have set out for yourself. You know, when we set a goal and we're like, gosh, what is it going to take for me to actually do this? What it takes for you to actually do it is doing small increments of it every single day. Now, I know you've probably heard that in Atomic Habits and other research tools and things that give you wisdom like that, but it's true. When I looked at why I'm not more fit, it's because I don't do a little bit every day. When I looked at why I don't have a deeper relationship with God, it's because I'm not doing the little things every day, like reading my Bible for 15 to 20 minutes in the morning, you know, every single day. And when you think about how much time we waste on nothing, whether it's sleeping in for an extra hour and a half, in that hour and a half, you could have accomplished all of your goals and dreams, the increments of them at least, and gotten closer to your goals and dreams that day. When you think about your goals and dreams, let's just name 3 generic ones. To be fit and healthy, to have a great outer appearance that you love, and I don't know, let's say to live in a clean and organized space. Every single day, your daily routine should have small little habits that contribute to each one of those goals. So if the first one is working out and being healthier, or being more fit and being healthier, you need to pull together an increment of a routine, 10 to 15 minutes that contribute to that goal. Something every day, 10 to 15 minutes that contribute to your outer appearance and looking like the version of yourself you want to look like. And then 10 to 15 minutes of you working towards creating the space and the organization that you like in your surroundings. Okay, so now that we've covered how these small things help you get to a bigger goal, we're gonna cover the 10 things I think you need to add to your morning routine or any routine that you have throughout your day to help you get closer to your goals in 2024. Make your bed as soon as you get out of it. Why? Because it makes your room appear cleaner. When you make your bed as soon as you get out of it in the morning and you see it made, pillows, blankets, throws, laid exactly how it's supposed to be, your room just looks 10 times better, which makes you inspired to either clean more or to have a higher standard for yourself for that day. You're already setting the tone for organization and cleanliness in your space, so it'll likely encourage you to do more that day in any area of your life. Second thing, drinking water before you have any other sugary beverage, whether that's a Starbucks drink, any type of coffee or tea, you should have water first. I would say 1 full glass to 2 full glasses before anything else that day, because we can get carried away and forget that we haven't had any water when we go straight to our sugary drinks like Starbucks coffee or tea. I personally like to get this size water so that I have enough water to know that I'm drinking enough. If you get just a small water bottle, you then have to go out of your way to get more water. But if you have something big like this, whether it's a reusable bottle or you get one of these, every day or two, you can know that you're gonna have enough water to drink. Therefore, you're never gonna be lacking and you won't run out. And even if you don't finish one of these in a day, it's water that's always available to you when you know you need to be drinking more water than you have been. Make a to-do list. There is literally nothing worse than starting something you plan on doing for that day and then getting lost in the day and letting the day take you wherever, and then looking back at what you had to do and was like, why didn't I get that done? Time management experts usually say to start with the biggest and hardest thing at the beginning of your day and then not go down to the easiest thing. I personally think that's because if you can't get to all the things in your to-do list, you don't want a big, heavy, annoying task at the bottom of your to-do list that you might have to carry on into another day. It's only gonna make it more daunting and you'll probably procrastinate it and keep pushing it off. If you set it for the top of your day, you get it done, you know it's gonna be handled, and then you can feel more motivated and encouraged to get the other things done because you've already accomplished the hardest part of your day. That leads me into my next point. Do some form of exercise at the top of your day in 2024. Now, this is something that is unique to me. Not everybody likes to work out at the top of their morning. I like to start my day off with it because I got it out the way. Same thing with doing the hardest task of the day. That boost of motivation and encouragement comes from I just did the hardest thing in my day. I just did the most challenging thing in my day. And now, anything else that comes after that is easy. That's always how I feel after I do a workout in the morning. Even if I can't get to the gym, I take my dog for his longer version walk than his smaller version walk, right? Because sometimes we take our dog right to the backyard or we take them right outside to the front 2 trees in front of our building or on our block. Take your dog on a longer walk. Take them to the park. Go jogging with them. Do the walk that requires a 20-minute lap as opposed to a 5-minute lap. That's just gonna get you energized and ready and motivated for the day. Start your day with something that feeds your mind and is reprogramming you. We let any and everything program us. When we're on social media, we are allowing everything to come into our subconscious because we can't control it, right? You may follow who you follow, but now they just show us everybody's stuff. So you can't control what comes into your filter, but at the top of your morning, you get to decide what you put into your system. So I recommend finding a podcast that you love. I like to listen to Heavenly Bond on Spotify. They're also on YouTube. I also like to listen to Saved Not Soft. Those podcasts just give me my godly guidance for the day, but also gives me a good laugh because they're being humorous and it's just positivity to start my day off with. Another thing you should do to reprogram yourself for the day is start your day off with music that uplifts you. I'm not saying you have to necessarily listen to gospel music at the top of your morning, although you can, and it would be a great idea. You can also listen to songs that just have higher vibrations, things that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel loved, that make you feel excited. 2 songs that I like to listen to in the mornings to get me motivated and excited is SZA Conceited and Ariana Grande Just Like Magic. Check out those songs, see how they make you feel, and if you like them, add them to your playlist. But a good podcast and a good playlist to start your morning is a great way to reprogram yourself and set the tone for your day. Say no to more things that you don't want to do. Say no to things that you don't want to do. That goes, without saying. You can kind of figure out what that means. But let's say that somebody asks you to do something or they suggest something and it really just doesn't align with how you feel that day or what your goals are for that day. Just say no. You can either say no plainly or you can say no and also suggest an alternative so that they don't feel completely shut down. But please, in 2024, let's not be people pleasers. You can still be respected and people will still value and love you even when you have to say no. I made an Instagram video about 2024 being our a-hole year. If you have to say no to people, yourself, dating, parties, food, whatever the case may be, say no more often and be okay with saying no, because no is gonna lead you further to your goal than saying yes will. And of course, on the flip side, saying yes to more opportunities will get you closer to your goal, but saying no to distractions is what we're talking about. Another thing, picking up after yourself everywhere you go. This is something I struggle with, but have been getting a lot better at. I was living with my ex-boyfriend. I noticed that I was the messier partner. He wasn't. I noticed that I would leave things out and let it linger day after day. I liked cleaning on big cleaning days, but the day-to-day cleaning I was not good at. The way you can improve that is as soon as you're done with something, literally just put it back where you find it. Let's say I take my hairbrush out of my hair tools and I brush my hair and I'm, fixing it and I get it done. I move my hair around a couple of times, whatever. Consciously make the decision to say, I need to put this back. Why? Because I'm working on keeping my space clean. And I know myself and my bad habits is that I'll take things out and leave them out and it causes a bigger clutter over time than I want it to be. Next thing I want you to do in 2024 is every day that you don't do things the right way, be patient and understand that growth is not linear. Meaning it doesn't just happen in a straight line. You're not gonna be better every single day. Some days are going to be low days. Some days are gonna feel like failure. And that's okay, because there's this graph that I saw on Instagram that says, even if life is going like this, it's still going like this. So it's better to review your life in bigger chunks than daily chunks. It's better to review your day by the full day and not by the minute, right? So when you think about how far along you're coming, look at your weeks, look at your months, and then look at your year and see if that was Then I want you to judge if it was a good or bad time, bad year, bad month, bad week. You guys remember when journaling was like a really big thing and people used to have their mood tracker and they would put little shades of colors and then they could see the graph over time? Well, I believe there's a new update on the iPhone where you can check your mental health and they allow you to track your mood that day by color. So if you were to look at the whole graph of your mood over the past month, you would see what areas are super green, which means you're in a good mood, which areas are like super purple, which means you aren't in the best mood, and so on and so forth. But allowing yourself to see your life as a whole and not in fragments really gives you a better perspective of how you're doing in life overall, and not looking at it under a microscope. Another thing I really want you to do in 2024 is, even if you don't have a business or a personal brand, know who your people are. Know who your tribe is. For personal brands and business brands, that is the core of who they are. They have to know who their target audience is. You have to know who your customer or your direct audience is in order for you to sell and market to them properly. But you as an individual, you need to know who your tribe is and what people you attract, because it'll allow you to say yes and no and make decisions based on who and what you align with. You'll be less likely to take on random opportunities when you know who and what you stand for. You also will have an easier time making confident and informed decisions about your life when you know who and what you stand for. Even as a person, think about your brand as you. You are a brand. Who do you represent? Who is your target audience? What is your mission statement and your vision statement as an individual? Walmart is save money, live better. That's what Walmart is about. Target is, I actually don't know what Target's is. McDonald's, I'm loving it, right? Everything has its own identity. You can start with grounding your identity in Christ and knowing how God sees you, because imagine connecting your identity to the highest form of greatness. Yeah, you're gonna get a confidence boost after that. When you look at how God created you and the way he sees you and the way he sees himself, you'll know that you're attached to greatness, and that will be the biggest confidence boost you could absolutely use in 2024. So figure out who you are, figure out what you don't want to represent, figure out what you do want to represent, and get aligned with what makes you you. Lastly, your physical appearance. You've heard many videos about what it means to figure out your staple look and your staple aesthetic. It's so true. Like, figure out what looks good on you. Figure out what compliments you. I know that we may see things that look good on other people and we're like, oh, I want to try that. But keep trying things until you figure out what works with your face shape, your body type, your skin complexion, your eyes, your smile, all those things. Think about what looks good on you. I've mastered what looks good on me. What for me, it's a bob or a bust down middle part, okay, period. And with my natural hair, I love side part curly froze. When I wear my hair curly or natural, side part curly froze looks so beautiful on me. But I know my signature looks. I don't really stray outside of those because then I go off brand. And we just talked about knowing your own brand. I start to go off brand if I try anything else. For my birthday, I did a side part and it did not suit me or compliment me the way I know a middle part does. So I stick with what I know. I made a video on Instagram talking about beauty trends that I tried in 2023 that I'm gonna either leave in 2023 or bring into 2024. Two of those that I really enjoyed was getting my eyebrows microbladed and getting my hair professionally done. Why? Because the eyebrows microblading literally makes it so easy for me to wake up and look done. And then getting my hair professionally done was such a confidence booster because every day I wake up, my hair is already done and good to go. I love things, beauty trends that make my life more seamless and make me more efficient in my day-to-day. That are practical, that makes sense. The two that I said I wouldn't do again was eyelash extensions because it didn't suit my face. At least the way it was styled didn't necessarily compliment me the most. It was better than I've seen. Trust me, I've had some really bad lash extension experiences, but it didn't suit me well. And the amount that it costs for that service, you don't want to keep wasting your money on services that don't suit you. I like a good strip lash and I don't mind some mascara. And then the other service that I got was getting my makeup professionally done. I learned that I do my makeup really well. This isn't even my best makeup day. I've had better ones, but I learned that that's not an expense that I would spend my money on over and over again because it's something that I can just do myself. So it's good to know yourself. It's good to know what looks good on you because once you do, when you align with your brand, you will always feel confident about how you show up in the world. So make sure in 2024, at the top of the year, you figure out what your brand aesthetic is gonna be. And I know I say brand, and I don't necessarily mean a business brand. I mean you. Who are you? What do you represent? What are you about? What is your mission statement? Where are your values? That is where you'll figure out who you are and what you are all about. Who you are and what you're all about. All right, my love, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe so that you can have me with you in your back pocket all of 2024. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Bye.